So we're gonna get into this book, The Indians of the Southeastern United States by John R. Swanton. Okay, classics of Smithsonian anthropology. All right.
And it says here the traveler and botanist William Bartram was of somewhat romantic type, and his conclusions differ from those of Swan accordingly. In the appendix of the first London edition of his travels, he has the following general account of the Southern Indians.
The males of the Cherokees, Muskogees, Seminoles, Chickasaws, Choctaws, and Confederate tribes of the Creeks are tall, erect, and moderately robust, their limbs well shaped, so as generally to form a perfect human figure, their features regular and countenance open, dignified and placid, yet the forehead and brow so formed as to strike you instantly with heroism and bravery, the eye though rather small yet active and full of fire, the iris always black, and the nose commonly inclining to the aquiline. Their countenance and actions exhibit an air of magnanimity, superiority, and independence. Their complexion of a reddish brown or copper color tribes of America. All right, reddish brown, copper color. Their hair long, lank, and coarse, and black as raven, and reflecting the light luster at different exposures to the light. The women of the Cherokees are tall, slender, erect, and of a delicate frame, their features formed with perfect symmetry, their countenance cheerful and friendly, and they move with a becoming grace and dignity. The Muskogee women, remarkably short of stature, are well formed, their visages round, features regular and beautiful, the brow high and arched, the eye large, black, and languishing, expressive of modesty, diffidence, and bashfulness. These charms are their defensive and offensive weapons, and they know very well how to play them off. And on the cover of these alluring graces are concealed the most subtle artifice. They are, however, loving and affectionate. They are, I believe, the smallest race of women yet known, seldom above 5 feet high, and I believe the greater number never arrived to that stature. Their hands and feet not larger than those of Europeans of 9 or 10 years of age, yet the men are of a gigantic stature, a full size larger than the Europeans, many of them above 6 feet. Says the Muskogees are in stature nearly equal to the Cherokees, have fine features, and are very way handsome men, and every way handsome men. Their noses are very often aquiline. They are well limbed, countenances upright, and their eyes brisk and fiery, but their complexions are of a dark copper color. All right, dark copper color. All right, so what is that? Is that so? If I show a dark copper colored Indian on the thumbnail, am I blackwashing, as people say, when they're being described this way? Complexions are of a dark copper color. It says, coming down to the Seminole Indians of Florida as observed by Macaulay 50 years ago, it is interesting to note the repetition of some comments made by much earlier writers, such as that referring to the small stature of the Creek women. Now it says, physically, both men and women are remarkable. The men, as a rule, attract attention by their height, fullness and symmetry of development, and the regularity and agreeableness of their features. In muscular power and constitutional ability to endure, they excel. While these qualities distinguish, with a few exceptions, the men of the whole tribe, they are particularly characteristic of the two most widely spread of the families of which the tribe is composed, these of the tiger and the otter clans, which part of their lines of descent have been preserved through a long and tragic past with exceptional freedom from admixture with degrading blood. Today, their men might be taken as types of physical excellence. The physique of every tiger warrior, especially, I met with furnished proof of this statement. The tigers are of dark, copper colored fellows, over 6 feet in height, with limbs in good proportion. Dark copper, guys, okay? A specific copper, right? Because many shades of copper, but they tell you dark copper colored, colored, colored man, three colored, copper colored tribes of America, over 6 feet in height with limbs in good proportion, their hands and feet well shaped and not very large, their stature erect, they're bearing a sign of self confident power, their movements deliberate, persistent, strong, their heads are large, and their foreheads full and marked, An almost universal characteristic of the tiger's face is the squareness, a widened and protruding under jawbone, giving this effect to it QF other features. All right, so just want to say, right? They're saying tiger. Are there any tigers in America, guys? You know what they're talking about, right? Jaguars or ocelots or yeah, that's the tiger they're talking about. The Spanish used to call jaguars tigres or tigers. You know, that's what they didn't know their name. They didn't know what they were, so they just called them tigers.